Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 1085 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today we're going to talk about 5 AI hacks that are going to make your life a lot better by using AI. So many people are just using it like Google, but there's so many things you can be doing with it. And I'll be getting into more of that. I'm actually doing an AI summit with folks. I think it's coming up next month. So you'll hear tons and tons of stuff. But anyway, here's 5 things you can do right away. All right, pick up a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate-free. Episode 3.0 is the latest, or version 3.0, is the latest. And check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and my school at imtcva.org. Certified to operate by SCHEV, the State Council on Higher Education in Virginia. And also, I forgot to tell you, I hope you didn't miss listening to episode 1084. That was my launch preparation for my documentary release coming up in a few months. And it's good for any kind of launch this is part 1, to organize and get everybody in your whole life together in one place so you can reach them and help them promote whatever you're promoting, a book launch or a course or whatever it is. Mine's a documentary. And heck, go over there and sign up for it at screwthecommute.com/launch team, and you'll see what to do. You'll see the trailer for it, and leave a comment for me at the trailer and all that stuff. All right. So let's get into 5 AI hacks that you can start doing right away. You know, most people are just slamming in questions as if it's Google, and you're really doing yourself a disservice by doing that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is called a master prompt. This is where you're introducing yourself to your ChatGPT so that every answer that they give you is based on things that they already know about you. So it makes it easier for you to make prompts in the future. Prompts are basically what you're asking it to do. And you'll hear that a lot when you hear about AI. So you want to tell them tell ChatGPT everything about you that you can so that it makes future prompts more specific to you, and you don't have to prompt as perfectly because it already knows stuff about you. Now, it's so funny because you can get ChatGPT, and by the way, you know, spend the $20 a month. Things are going to go way, way faster. You can do stuff on the free version. Yeah, absolutely. But some of the things you can't when I get into the more advanced things. But anyway, what you do is you go to ChatGPT and you say, interview me to build a master prompt as the CEO of my company, or if whatever you will happen to be in your company, CFO, or because every role in your company can do this. So individual employees can do it for if they're managing distribution, or if they're covering social media for you, they can all make a master prompt so that they can be more efficient, and ChatGPT knows who you are and what you do. I mean, it's going to ask you a bunch of questions like who you are, how do you think? Are you a deep thinker, or do you just want quick bullet points? And what do you do? What's your role? What do you produce? Do you produce graphics? Do you produce audios, videos? How do you like your answers formatted? Do you like bulleted lists? Do you like charts, graphs? And here's what you hate. You don't want us ChatGPT to do X, Y, and Z if you never want that kind of stuff. How do you want formatted? Do you want PDF? Do you want Word documents? Whatever it is. And then you're going to answer all these questions, and then ChatGPT is going to put it in there. But here's where you put it in. You're going to go to your profile, and then settings, and then personalization, and then there's going to be a box for custom instructions, and that's where you're going to put this stuff. And you can add to it later. Next time it asks you something, you can answer it and say, put this in memory or put this in master prompt. And so you can improve it over time. So that's your first AI hack. Make yourself a master prompt so that ChatGPT knows you. Okay, next thing. When you make a prompt, before you submit it, ask ChatGPT to rate your prompt on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, this is so funny. You can do this stuff. And then let's say it rates it as a 7. Then you say, how would I change this prompt to make it a 10? And go ahead and change it for me. and then it'll fix it to make it a perfect prompt. And then you'll get better information without going back and forth 50 times. All right, so that's hack number 2. Ask ChatGPT to rate your prompt. Now, here's a very interesting one. Let's say you wanted it to critique an email that you wrote. Well, here's the thing that they talk about bias, and they talk about saying they used to say thank you until the guy said, hey, it's costing us millions of dollars for you being nice to our chat GPT bot. So it's generally going to be nice to you. So you don't want critiques that are just patting you on the back and being nice. So here's a super hack. You put the email in and you say, a colleague of mine wrote this email and I'm not sure it's good enough for us to put out. So could you please give me a critique of it or change it so it's much better? So since it's not you and it's not insulting you of how shitty a email writer you are, you'll get a better response. All right, that is a crazy one, but that's right. It's just too nice to critique you personally. Okay. Now, another thing that you would want to put at the end of a prompt, if you're trying to get something specific, you might want to put this at the end of your prompt. Here it is. Ask me clarifying questions before answering. And that way, instead of it typing in 50 paragraphs of stuff and then asking you some questions, and then you answer them, and then it retypes 50 paragraphs of more stuff, all right? And then you got to sift through all this stuff, is tell it to ask them before it answers you. And then you can get a better answer right off the bat without going back and forth and then having a 50-page answer that's duplicated over, a bunch of stuff duplicated over and over and over again. All right, so that's ask me clarifying questions before answering. That you put it at the end of your prompt. Okay, one more. Did you realize you can connect other apps that you have directly to ChatGPT? For instance, if you go to the apps section of your sidebar and click on it, it shows you all the potential apps that it has. It allows direct connections to. So just as an example, let's say you have Canva. So you click on apps and you click on Canva and connect the two. And then you put a prompt into ChatGPT. Let's say you want to make a business card. And so you say, hey, I want a business card with this color scheme, and this is the text that's going to go on it, and use Canva to give me 10 different samples. And instead of you copying and pasting and fooling around like that, it's connected. You can work all right in there at ChatGPT. So app connections, you just click on apps and you can see all the ones that are available to connect to, and then you can connect them, and then you're not going back copying and pasting. So there's 5 AI hacks out of the tons and tons more that I have for you that'll really save you money, make you money, and speed things up. And just enormous amounts of things AI will do for you if you use it more strategically than just a search engine. Okay. And like I said, when I'm on the summit, I'm doing a big master class on all of that. You'll want to get it. You'll want to buy their premium thing so that you have access to it. You want to take good notes on it because I'm going to blow you away with the things you can be doing with AI. And none of it is very hard. It's just nobody ever taught you. All right, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and my school at imtcva.org, the only licensed, dedicated internet and digital marketing school in the country, probably the world. But you can attend it anytime, day or night. It's asynchronous learning, they call it, and it's a quality distance school. It'll save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and actually give you a usable skill that's in super high demand, either working for somebody else, starting your own business, or both. All right, we'll catch you all in the next episode. See you later.